That morning stiffness, that little grunt you make when getting out of a chair, sound familiar? They're small things, but they add up. I wondered if one of the most powerful anti-inflammatory compounds on the planet, something you likely have in your kitchen, could make a real felt difference. So I made it into a simple daily drink and tried it for 7 days straight. I'll also cover 4 other drinks for energy and brain fog, but you'll want to stick around to see if this one actually soothed my creaky joints. This experiment wasn't about finding a miracle cure. It was about finding a small, simple habit that could genuinely move the needle on our quality of life. Because chronic aches, a foggy mind, or an afternoon energy slump aren't minor annoyances. They can steal the joy from our hobbies, our time with family, our independence. The villain in this story is often chronic, low-grade inflammation. Think of it as a small, silent fire that's always smoldering in the background, contributing to all sorts of issues. The question is, can a simple drink help calm that fire? The science points to a spice cabinet staple: turmeric. Turmeric holds a compound called curcumin, which has scientists fascinated by its powerful anti-inflammatory properties. It appears to work on a molecular level, helping to block some of the signals that keep that smoldering fire alive. But there's a catch, and it's a big one. On its own, your body barely absorbs curcumin. So how do you unlock its power? The solution is surprisingly simple. First, you need black pepper. A compound in pepper called piperine can boost curcumin absorption by a huge amount. Second, you need a healthy fat. Curcumin is fat-soluble, which helps your body take it in. Without those 2 partners, you're missing out on the benefits. This is the kind of practical science we explore here. If you appreciate cutting through the noise to get what works, take a moment to subscribe. We're all about real tests and honest results. With this knowledge, I created my daily drink, often called golden milk. The recipe was simple: a cup of warm milk, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, a pinch of black pepper, a dash of cinnamon for taste, and a little coconut oil for the healthy fat. I committed to drinking 1 cup every evening for 7 days. I took notes, paid close attention to my body, and tried to be objective. Day 1 and 2 were uneventful. The drink itself was pleasant and warming. But did I wake up feeling like a new man? Not at all. The usual stiffness in my back and knees was still there. Getting out of bed was the same slow, deliberate process. A part of me wondered, was this whole thing a waste of time? It's easy to get discouraged without immediate results, but I had committed to 7 days. Real change, I reminded myself, is often slow and subtle. Then, on day 3, something shifted. It wasn't a lightning bolt, it was a whisper. I got out of bed and paused. I was standing, and I realized I had done it without the usual strategic groan. The stiffness was still there, but it felt less sharp, less demanding. On day 4, I noticed it again when bending down to tie my shoes. I just bent down. Was this the placebo effect? Was I feeling better simply because I expected to? It's a powerful thing, the mind. But the feeling, however small, was undeniably there. The experiment suddenly felt less like a chore and more like a real investigation. By day 5 and 6, the trend continued. The changes were no longer whispers, they were speaking in a clear voice. My warm-up time in the morning, that period before your body feels like it's truly online, was shrinking. On day 6, I spent a few hours gardening, which usually leaves my lower back complaining for the rest of the day. That evening, I drank my golden milk, expecting to pay the price on Sunday morning. I was genuinely surprised. The ache was a dull background note instead of the main melody. My skepticism was turning into belief. This wasn't about a miracle. It was about taking the edge off, turning the volume down on daily discomfort. And for anyone who deals with chronic stiffness, that small reduction can change your entire day. So we come to the end of the test, day 7. After drinking this simple concoction every night for a week, what's the verdict? Did I eliminate my joint stiffness? The honest answer is no. This isn't a magic potion. But here is the truth that matters. It made a real, tangible, noticeable difference. It didn't erase the stiffness, but it significantly reduced it. It made my mornings easier. For the minimal effort and cost, the return was astounding. I am no longer just testing this drink. I am officially adding it to my nightly routine. But physical stiffness is only one piece of the puzzle. What about mental stiffness, that brain fog that can roll in during the afternoon? For this, many turn to coffee, which can lead to jitters and a crash. A powerful alternative is green tea, or its concentrated cousin, matcha. The magic is in two compounds working together, caffeine for alertness and an amino acid called L-theanine. L-theanine promotes a state of calm, relaxed alertness. You get the focus without the anxiety. I swapped my second coffee for matcha for a few days and noticed the energy was smoother, more sustained. I was simply better able to focus on the task at hand. The simple action here is to try replacing one coffee with a well-brewed cup of green tea. What about physical energy, the fuel to power through a busy day? A surprising ally can be found in a simple root vegetable, the beet. Beetroot juice is rich in compounds called nitrates. Your body converts these into nitric oxide, which helps relax and widen blood vessels, improving blood flow. Better blood flow means more oxygen and nutrients get to your muscles and brain. I tried a small glass about an hour before my daily walk. The effect was subtle but definite. I could tackle my usual hilly route with a bit more ease. It's not a bolt of lightning, but a steady, useful source of stamina. A small glass of juice or even beetroot powder in water can do the trick. Now, let's go to the command center for our overall health, the gut. The balance of bacteria in your digestive system is linked to everything from immunity to mood. A great way to support this inner ecosystem is with fermented drinks like kefir. These drinks are packed with probiotics, the good guys. Think of it like sending in reinforcements for your body's defenses. I incorporated a small glass of plain kefir into my daily routine. Over a week, my digestion felt more regular and calm. A happy gut has a powerful ripple effect on your overall sense of well-being. This is perhaps the easiest habit to adopt. Just a small glass of a plain, unsweetened version each day. Finally, a quick bonus drink for another huge area of concern, sleep. A good night's sleep is a biological necessity. Tart cherry juice is one of the few natural food sources of melatonin, the hormone that regulates your sleep-wake cycle. I tried a small serving about an hour before bed. While it didn't knock me out, I felt I was falling asleep more easily and waking up less. It felt like it was gently nudging my body toward sleep, rather than forcing it. It's a simple, natural way to support a relaxing bedtime routine. Now, we must address some practical realities. These are powerful drinks, and we have to be smart. If you are on any medication, especially blood thinners or drugs for blood pressure or diabetes, you must speak with your doctor before adding things like turmeric or beetroot juice to your routine. They can interact with medications. This is essential for your safety. What if you just don't like the taste? For the golden milk, try adding it to a smoothie. For beetroot juice, mixing it with apple or carrot juice can make it much more palatable. The key is to find what works for you. The goal is consistency, not perfection. The best longevity drink is the one you actually drink. After all this, what's the most important takeaway? Small, consistent actions create powerful results. You don't need to overhaul your entire life overnight. You just need to start. My 7-day experiment proved that a 2-minute nightly routine could give me easier mornings. That is a trade I will take every single time. This hands-on, no-nonsense approach is what we're all about. If you found this journey valuable and want more real-world tests for our health and vitality, I'd be honored if you'd click subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss a thing. Your mission is simple. Look at the challenges we discussed: stiffness, brain fog, low energy. Pick the one that frustrates you the most. Then choose the corresponding drink and commit to your own 7-day test. See how you feel. Listen to your body. You have nothing to lose and a whole lot of better days to gain. Because feeling better isn't about giant leaps, it's about the small steps we decide to take every single day.